So for you guys, you left off after entering into Ripple Mid, the kind of midway point town between on the on the Ripple River. You found their jobs board, spoke to a crazy hillbilly elf, spoke to the mayor. I decided to go after a fiery flower something that the hillbilly had seen. Just picking up your next bounty, your next contract, and continued north, going along the way until eventually you.
Because this mission was on the way to the Kirin, right? So that's why we took it.
You guys are on your way to the library. This mission seems to be in about the same direction as the library. You're going to go try for some research.
Yeah. Okay, I get you.
Yep. And along the way, many of you had a recognizable phenomenon when a strip of like white smoke appeared in the air and began to rip reality apart, like the groaning of metal being strained and screaming, or frozen. I hear that it does that when it's frozen too, mixed with kind of a bellish chime, and it continued to go. A few tentacles fell out of it with a couple of minor gricks, and a large ethereal shaking body came out as well. This one, you quickly dispatched the gricks, and now those that remain are converging on this ethereal creature who has a very morose, deep whistle that sounds like it echoes upon its own self. With no lips, just makes the echoey whistle, and has caused several of you to be afraid of it so far. So we start at the beginning of combat with.
So did we also just like two random warriors just joined during the battle, right?
Oh yeah, that too. And Corin saw one of them with red spikes coming off of her shoulder, bright yellow cat-like eyes with slits, and like a long red dragony tail. And Corin looked at her and looked at the creature and thought she was another monster. And then there's a spooky guy who keeps hanging out inside of Nort's shield. Oh, Nort's bubble of temporary healing. Nort got rocked by the otherworldly whisper of this creature. It seemed to come out of it, but it triggered something else in his mind, doing a mental domino effect, leading into him holding his head in his hands, just saying, "No, not again, not again, not again." And then Kenji water blasted him, knocked him out, and he's just laying on his back, staring up at the sky at this point, unmoving, but his spells still remain. And now we come to the beginning of the combat.
Ooh.
Dallin, you are up first as Lenora.
Chosen?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We're all pretty beat up, I think, too.
Yeah.
Significantly.
Trying to see what I got left in the old chamber here.
I think you. Correct me if I'm wrong, folks, but I think the pepper box misfired on your last turn.
Sounds like it, yeah. After you left, the pepper box misfired.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate.
And we use one of your astral sparks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uses with 3. All right. Well, then I guess we'll just switch over to the pistol instead of the pepper.
Okay.
It's got a little bit less range, and we'll deal with fixing that later. We got 50 feet. We should be all right, I think. Yeah, it's got 60 feet for its range. So I'm going to shoot the big red fiery ghost.
All right.
Smoky head guy.
Yep, and that is a disadvantage. As its body is doing its blurred form movement, it is hard to identify where to hit.
Blurred form movement. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, gotta remember how to do all these little fancy tricks that she does.
Yeah,
On some dice.
she's got some stuff.
Yeah, got stuff and things. I think astral spark is if I hit, I can choose to astral spark, and then the marksman I think
so.
I can roll beforehand, I believe.
So, quick thing, Morgan.
Mhm.
This time I can pull up Kenji's character sheet, but I can't pull up Leo's.
What?
Yeah.
I can't pull up Leo's either. Well, let me. Yeah, I think I did fix the issues that we were seeing last time.
Yeah.
Weird.
Did that roll? Yes, no?
Okay, very strange. Okay, I can pull up Corin. I can open monsters.
At disadvantage, I think it's a 21 to hit.
Okay, I'm gonna delete Leo and re-import him.
Cool.
Yeah, 21 to hit with the pistol.
That sort of hits.
Sort of hits.
Sweet deal.
Yep, sort of hits.
Do a little D10 action in here, which is this one. 13 points of damage on the pistol.
Woo, yippee.
And then for the second shot, we'll just do the same thing. We'll just shoot at it again. Disadvantage, I'm guessing, still applies. 12 plus 10, so 22 to hit on this one.
22, and those were at disadvantage?
Yep.
Okay.
Same thing, another 13 points in there.
Okay, hold on just a moment. Oh, well. What'd you say? That was 13 points of the first shot, and then the second shot was?
Second one. 13 as well.
Oh, double 13s. All right. So one after another. And you just like these kind of almost like misty gaps kind of form around the bullet spots and they come back. And there's almost like inside of it is a little bit like denser, darker smoke. And it's the what would be called skin is more like the lighter smoke on top. It does have some corporeal form, but it's almost like it's covered in a veil.
And if it's looking badly injured there, do I have action surge, or if it says 1 out of 1 is how many I have already used?
No, I believe you still have it.
Nice, then we will shoot her again with the action surge, but this time we're going to throw in a dazing shot on the first one here.
I think
Okay.
that how they do the 1 out of 1 thing is really confusing. How
Yeah.
it shows you have 1 out of 1 ability instead of, it's not uses, it's use ability.
Usability. So we'll throw in one of these dazing shots, and it says on a hit the creature makes. Okay, yeah. So roll first, a disadvantage. Ooh, that one's not as great. 18.
18 does hit.
Thank goodness. All right, you have to make a con 16 save, and I'll roll damage for it. 12 damage this time.
Did that not roll?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is not 12. 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 damage.
Okay, hold up. I told you to do a con save.
Do it.
And it's ignoring me. Oh, that is a natural 20.
Nice. All right. So not there. We'll do it again then. We'll pump another grit into this one.
Yeah, what was the damage on that shot?
11.
11.
We'll try to dazing shot again. Oh, this one rolled a 9. That's not bad. Ooh, that is terrible. 16?
16 does hit.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so 16 hits. So you got to make another 16 con save, good sir.
Okay, damage.
I did 11 damage again. 5. Nope, I lied. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 damage.
10 damage. All right. A series of blasts just sink into this thing. For my natural 20, I am going to give myself advantage on this con save. Yeah. Why is this not? Come on now. No? Okay. Everything seems to be working except my saves. So, the first one is an 11. The second one is a 15.
16 is the DC there, so you suffer disadvantage on all attacks until the end of your next turn. Wait. One creature takes damage, must make the con save, or suffer disadvantage on attacks until the end of their next turn. So yeah, the end of your next turn.
All right. Giving myself a little arrow to say I'm sucking right now.
Perfect.
Sounds good there.
And then I think bonus actions, I think was action surge is probably my bonus action I would have to take a guess. Yeah, take one additional action on your turn. I think that's a bonus action. I cannot find it on here. Yeah, it's a bonus action, so that burns that. Okay, cool.
Sweet. All right, next up is Corin. Corin. Where's your character sheet? Let me see. Who's hurting? Corin's hurting. Corin is hurting bad. So
I'm just gonna post this right here real quick, Morgan. I'm gonna open up D&D Beyond. I think that it's going to override what it has in there. So
okay, sounds good.
Adjustments.
Do. I think Corin is going to shift around 5, 10, 15, 20, just cycling around to provide some flanking ability here. And Corin is going to use a second level spell slot to cast Lesser Restoration on himself. Let's see if I can do this. Let's target. Okay, target Lesser Restoration. Great. The character sheets are not letting me roll anything from the character sheets. So, from the... Oh, sorry. Lesser Restoration was the wrong thing. No, that's not a healing spell. That's a status spell. Ignore that. I thought that was something different. Okay, he's going for a second level Cure Wounds. That's what I'm trying for. Okay, and that will be 13 points of healing. Not too shabby. And now mark off one of those spell slots. And action, bonus action. Okay. And Corin is going to use his Shield of Faith ability on himself as his bonus action, giving him a +2 to his armor class, which gets him up to a 22. And Corin is concentrating on this ability now. There we go. All right. Nort is passed out. Seamus' turn.
Um, I guess I have a question about the area around here. Are there like some loose rocks over by these large rocks over here, or is it just like a couple of giant rocks and that's it?
You can find small stones pretty easily. Wow, we should take a.
I would cast. Sure, I've got him targeted. I'm gonna cast catapult, and
Okay.
I would basically slingshot a rock, a big boulder, as big as I can pick up to 5 pounds, I guess. So like a 5 pound stone,
Mhm.
and I would just catapult it over towards the creature. Hopefully, hit it. It needs to make a DC 15 save. We'll see if it does it when I try. Click, click.
No dice.
No, it's not doing it. Let's see, standard roll.
Okay. Okay, so you're at a 17. Oh, let's put Leo into the combat. That probably makes sense. I'll put you right with Genji. This may be kind of an artifact of what we were dealing with earlier. How about now?
I hit reload, so it's reloading the world. Give me just a sec.
Okay.
I'll tell you if I got my character or not.
Okay, Seamus, anything changing there?
Yeah, I tried it again. I'll try to reload too here.
Loading
I'm
Forest
gonna-
Road. Okay, it says user configuration Leo, and it says you don't own any tokens.
Oh, that makes sense because I deleted your character. Leo, owner. There we go. Try now.
Okay. Oh. All right, I got Leo's sheet open. And
Yeah,
I can
Leo's
open Kenji's sheet. 100%.
And we cannot do. Okay. We call them. All right, so we have a different problem of the day. Okay, sorry, folks. There's been kind of a broken module for a while that's kind of like a core one. I thought installing the package that utilized it would help, but it is not being helpful. Okay, so Troy, go ahead. We'll just run a little bit more manually today.
Yeah, let me try it again here.
Oh, actually, what am I? You said Constitution save?
Dex save 15.
Dex save of 15. All right, coming up. That would be a 10.
Yeah, so it's gonna. Let's see if I can do the damage part. 21 damage.
Oof. All right.
Oh, there are some dice. Hey, look at those dice.
Okay, 21. Okay, again, dude, just various debris and rocks and whatnot just lift up and visibly hit it. There's like a kind of a dense log that like kind of protrudes out from its back left scapula. All right, so Seamus, anybody else or any more for you on your turn?
Yeah, I think I might try to get some of this healing over here. So I will. What's my movement? Yeah. I'll just come run over here. Let me just make sure I've got the movement. Roll, click. Yeah, I would move over. I would just run over there. using my movement and then bonus action dash.
Okay. All right, cool. So you end your turn in there, and then what is that? What is the healing about on that ability? Twilight Sanctuary, 1d6 plus 5. What the? Oh. All right, that'll be 7 points of temp HP to you, sir.
Thank you. Did Nora get that too?
Oh, that's right. Nora gets 9 temp HP.
Oh, I do love 9 HP. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it for Seamus.
Okay. Next up is Nim. And
Shell defense is doing some work there.
it is. I think Nora's gonna possibly pop out and the ground and be like, oh, haven't done her voice in a while. Oh, you all look not healthy. You look like you've been hurt. I should help. So I think she would go for a Cure Wounds. I think she's gonna look over to the left at Quentin's character and like, you look really hurt. You need lots of help.
Yes.
You need lots of help.
And so she'll throw 13 points of healing your way with a Cure Wounds.
And she'll hand you a flower.
Yep, that's the delivery method.
Yeah.
And this is for you.
Thanks.
Yes, you should be thankful.
Puts it in his belt and it just sits there.
She's going to come over here 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She's going to saunter over to Nordicus. Why are you on the ground? And she's going to get 9 temp HP for herself. I can't open Nim's character sheet. Weird. Okay. Alrighty. Next up is my turn. Okay. This guy is going to look between. Actually, get to actually roll dice. Been so long. Gonna look between Kenji, Korin, the kind of beastie girl that this thing chased away, and Kenji. And so first strike is going, or actually, it's going to make 3 different strikes. Like its arm kind of blurs out, like 3 different versions of it span out and strike different targets, all coming off the same joint. So the first attack is against Leo. And that is going to be... No, also check to see if it gets its recharge. It does not. That is going to be a 19 to hit on Leo.
This ghost sounds distinctively like a dog.
I know, it's very disturbing. The
Yeah.
sound just continuously changes.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with my monsters in the background, where they are.
All right. Sorry. How many hits? What was that?
I think I just unplugged my webcam. That was 1 hit. He's hitting you at 19 to
right.
strike.
Oh yeah. Well, that'll hit.
Okay. In that case, that will be a good roll on my part. That is 19 psychic damage.
Ooh. Should I subtract that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
As I try to figure out why just a gentle movement completely stopped my webcam. Which should not be a thing. Okay. How about... That's very weird. Okay, next one. Going after Kenji with a long stretch of his arm. That is an 8 to... Nope, that is a 12 to hit.
Where's his sheet is different. What's his? Oh, it's 16. His
Good. Yep, Kenji tucks in and just like curls into his shell and it kind of scrapes off the side. Not a problem at all. Final strike going towards Corin with his 22 armor class, but I rolled a natural 17. That is going to be 25 to hit. So Corin's going to take another strike. And again, good damage. But it's a good thing Corin healed himself because that's 18 points of damage as Corin continues to like bleed out of his eyes, the blood running down the red running down his golden topaz face. And then he's going to use his bonus action to otherworldly step. Or uses surreal step ability. He's going to teleport 20 feet in this direction. He's going to look at the rest of the group. And that kind of eerie whistle continues to come through. Oh, hold up. I was supposed to be dizzy or something.
Dazed, yeah,
Okay.
disadvantage.
Dazed. Okay, so first attack against Leo, that would have ended up being a 19 anyways. An attack against Corin. No, that would have been better. That would have been and I already missed Kenji, so I'm not going to try. Corin wouldn't have been hit. So he gets 18 health back.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Alrighty. Next up is Leo.
And now you should be back to normal because it's the end of your turn, so.
Oh,
All right.
gotcha.
So
taking that off.
I can't really tell the topography here, but can I run up to him? So I'm gonna go like
you
up the
can.
hill or
Yeah, you can. You'll have to use. Well, with where you are, now it's mostly like stairs, not enough to actually cost you an extra 5 feet in vertical height.
cool. All right. Well, I'll head up, kind of just up behind him and use my crystal short sword again and take a swing at him. All right.
Okay, go for it. Oh yeah, if you're using Forge, probably nothing is
Don't
working.
use Forge. Correct. Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, and if that means you have to like manually roll because your D&D Beyond is less accurate, then that's fine.
Yeah. Let's see. Is that a thing? What did I do? Damage only?
Yeah,
Did I roll anything?
I see nothing.
You see nothing.
I see nothing.
Okay, so I roll to hit.
Yep.
Natural 20.
Woo!
The B and the
This is
D&D Beyond.
This is at disadvantage though, because of his blurred movement.
So roll again.
Once more. Yep.
Yeah. That one's a 15.
15 is its armor class, so still hits, just no crit.
Nice. All right, and then I will roll damage.
Yep.
And that is only 4 piercing damage plus 1d8 radiant. So roll a d8. Where's the... There they are. So 4 plus 6. So 10 damage.
Okay. Nice. Oops. That was a big thing, double digits. Okay, so Leo, you run up, slash it. Some of your saber just kind of splitting the smoke that surrounds this thing. Anything else for your turn?
Yeah, I was just looking at one of my abilities I've never used,
Okay.
which is, I think I'm going to use it here, which is Unwavering Mark. So on a hit with a melee weapon, I can mark the creature till the end of my next turn. While within 5 feet of you, the marked creature has disadvantage on any attack roll that doesn't target you. If the marked creature deals damage to anyone else, I can make a special melee attack on it on your next turn with a bonus action with advantage plus not a number extra damage.
Nice. Okay, good ability.
Cool. Yeah. So
Okay.
I'll mark him then with that hit.
Sounds good. And there's the kind of that slash that you take and like it kind of runs down his right ribs. It just stays there as kind of like a glowing pinkish light. Okay, was that a bonus action or was that just kind of an automatic thing?
It's in other, so I think it's automatic. It's just on a hit. I can do that.
Cool. Sweet.
then- I might as well. I might just use my action surge and hit him one more time.
Well, you as a fighter base class.
Oh, I forgot.
use-
I do get 2. Yeah.
Yeah, you have 2 strikes.
Cool. Here goes my second.
Hey, Morgan. That disadvantage thing, blurry thing, is that
Mhm.
is that something he's concentrating on, or is that just something he can do?
It just showed up acting like he was vibrating very, very fast.
So hitting him, we haven't noticed any difference with that.
No.
All right. So it's is my hit a disadvantage
drama.
though? I think
Yep,
it
still
is.
a disadvantage.
So that's only a 12 then at disadvantage. So I missed on that, and then I can use
Okay.
my bonus action, my action surge just to do one more.
Yeah, you can bonus action and it actually gives you your entire action back. So, the drama at my house.
Yeah, so you get 2
Uh,
actions or 2 abilities, whatever.
Yep, so
Two
you
actions
get
back.
Yeah, it's 2 actions.
Nice. All right, so let me roll at disadvantage again to hit. 2. Okay. So, and then I'll go one more time. A 1 on that one. Great. Okay, so that's my turn.
Okay. On the 1, you swing down and like you're pretty sure you're gonna hit his leg solidly, and it just like jerks out of the way. You go and you crash right into the rock, and your golden scimitar just kind of like it's that like impact of like unfortunate vibration in your hand, like that you get from like a baseball bat or like swinging a sword the wrong way. It just stings a little bit, and you drop it. And clink, 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 plunk. Drops into the water directly north of you.
Ooh. Okay.
So you are now unarmed, and it is Kenji's turn.
All right.
Also, I'm gonna send you something that I don't know why I haven't thought of this before. So go ahead and describe your turn, and I'll type it out while you are.
All right. I think what I'm going to do in Kenji's turn is, especially knowing, well, let me see, how much health do I have?
Oh, also, I think we used his water spray last time.
Yeah, let's roll a 1d6 and see if it gets it back.
He does not.
All right. So I think what I'm going to have him do is he is going to jump into the water after my scimitar.
Ooh, okay.
And then I want to use his action to throw the scimitar back at Leo. Can I do that?
Free interaction, yes.
Okay. Cool.
Make a strength check from Kenji to
I don't know how
dive
to-
in.
Sorry, I don't know how to do that in not in like I don't have a character card for him in D&D Beyond.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just do it. That's not great. That's a 6 total.
What? He's amphibious.
He is amphibious. And this is kind of basically him doing the help action. So I will give it advantage. Okay, that's a 10 total.
All right, at least that's all right.
Yep.
50-50 chance.
Yep. So it comes up and just like it's like one of those moments. Like, oh my god, I got it.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah. So yeah, you do have it back in hand. Nice use of your critter, and as Kenji comes back, dives in and comes back up, his water bowl is full,
Nice.
and he has his water breath ability again.
Sweet. That's awesome.
I like that as a mechanic. He's got
Yeah, that
full,
he can get it back. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yep. Okay. New guy, you're up.
Looking around, just seeing what's going on. Can I, by chance, from where I'm standing, see the individual I was walking with before all this happened?
Did you forget my name?
Well, they don't know it yet.
Oh, this is true.
Yeah, you can see her. There's roots and stuff, but she's up, raised up a little bit, so she's not like hampered by the roots that are nearby you.
Okay. Remind me, the rage that she's in right now, what does she look like again?
What do you look like?
So the rage she currently has means that the freckly scales that were on her shoulders before have turned into spikes, and those spikes kind of just trail down her spine all the way into like a red draconic tail.
Okay. He's gonna peek around, see her. That's a new look, and look around, aim the staff at him, and cast a guiding bolt at him.
Okay. Sounds good. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Disadvantage, right?
Disadvantage.
That was a natural 22. You gotta be joking me.
Oh, so good. You still hit him.
Yay. Bonus.
Armor class of 15.
Wow.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Nice.
14.
14. Why is your dice rolling working? Or are you just doing it? I don't know. Whatever.
I did the attack through D&D Beyond, but I did the damage through Forge.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, at least that part's working. Okay, and guiding bolt. He is. So for the next attack, you the shivering that happens back and forth, the vibration. You see like a centralized portion of him where there's like 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 different versions of where this guy could possibly be. You now see the core version continues to like hop around, but it is glowing, and the other ones are not. The you are neutralized on the blurred form at the moment.
I'm gonna stay here. Because I do not want to get close to that thing right now. Yeah, that's all I can do. Bonus action, I'm not gonna use it. There's nothing really.
Okay, new scary girl, you're up.
All right.
Do I get that heal,
And,
Morgan?
temp HP says max. You get 11.
To know. Oh well, I don't know why I'm rolling that. Okay.
Because I had you selected.
I was like, oh, I'll take 11 temp HP. I think because I haven't attacked since last round and I haven't taken damage, my rage does end. So
Yes, it does.
as the tail and all the very bestial, like, well, some of the bestialist features disappear, and she's like, you can see.
The eyes slim. No. The eyes are not related to your rage.
It's just the tail, really, that disappears.
So the spiky shoulders, the ferocity, and the tail like sucks back into her body.
And she is like, yeah. Listen,
Hold up. Where'd you start off at?
right over here. I have 40 feet.
Okay. Yep. The problem is that you can't get
And
closer to this guy.
can I just jump over the roots?
Yeah. So basically, like, if you take your 40 feet like this way, you can still get over here, and it won't be a problem at all.
Yeah, then I'll go this way.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Just wanted to check there. Alrighty. Anything else for your turn?
I just look at my travel companion like this is not what I intended.
Just look back.
And just a reminder, you do have... I think you used your javelin last time, but you still have hand axes. If you wanted to do a range attack.
I think it'd be a disadvantage.
No,
It'd
it'd be straight.
It'd be normal.
Well, it'd be disadvantaged because she is currently afraid of it.
Oh yeah.
But then it has the guidance thing on it.
Yeah, and it would burn guidance regardless.
Yeah, I don't think I'll do that. I think I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay.
Why does it say I have 4 javelins? Oh, I guess I do.
All right, you end your turn there. Please make a wisdom saving throw to see if you get rid of the fear effect.
Oh, no, I'm not good at the...
Also, you get 9 temp
work?
HP.
Okay, I don't think it rolled my save. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me do it from D&D Beyond. Oh, there we go.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Oh, and rolled your dice out there too.
It only took forever.
All right, and your frightened ability, your frightened condition is done.
That feels nice.
All right, and back up to the top. Nora's turn.
Quick question: do we know these people, or have we established that they are on our team?
They seem to be fighting the same monster you are, and they don't seem to be trying to attack you, but you don't know these people.
Right, that's what I thought. Then for my action, I'll reload my pistol, and I will step away from this person I don't know. Oh, did not drag me. 15 feet. Just
Lily,
to
take your attack of opportunity now.
Yeah, I'm grabbing.
Oh, this would be perfect. And then after reloading, I will fire again into the blurry monster thing, and I guess straight roll since it's guidanced.
Yep, straight roll, and that just takes one of your attack actions to reload, right?
Correct. Yeah, it takes an action of general. So yeah, so I got one at least. So 27 for sure hit, right?
Yeah, 27 hits.
We'll pump in an astral spark on this one since it hit. So I rolled a 9 plus 5, so I'm gonna put 14 damage and then 3 radiant damage with the spark.
Okay, and 3.
Oh, force damage. I'm sorry, force damage.
Oh, you're good. There we go. Okay. Next up. Nope, that was your 2 attacks. Anything for your bonus?
Bonus? How bad am I looking? With these new people around, I'm not really trusting nor going with that. So my bonus action, I'm going to hit my second wind.
All right.
Regain 1d10 plus 5.
Get that heals. What's your second wind look like?
Shoot, I have no idea. I have not even thought about that.
Yeah, put you on
Most
the
of my stuff is teal based, so I would say it's probably a teal glow about me. Yeah, I'd say maybe like just like the veins in my skin kind of become more noticeable underneath in just kind of a teal glow, almost like my spark, but my spark seems to come more from like my heart and chest and go down my arm, where this is just my veins will just kind of glow little teal, and that's what it'll do for 8 HP.
All right, dig it.
Your veins, I've never imagined a hippo's veins.
Right. I don't know what they would look like, but just imagine. Like it'd be like, when you see it like on, human things, same idea, just,
Human things,
just a hippo.
put a
I
hippo
have to
skin,
have
it's
veins.
gray.
Yeah, I have to have it. So it's definitely, just definitely a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Okay. Corin's gonna move up and take a couple of swipes at this thing.
Oh, did anybody go out and see the comet today?
What? There was a comet.
Mm-hmm.
I saw
What?
something on the news, but I didn't see it.
Gamma radiation, all of us.
Fine, dude.
Woot woot.
Oh dear.
That's fine. I want to be the blue Hulk when it comes to that. I don't want to be green.
The Blue Hulk. Hashtag Blue Hulk.
That's kind of what, or mine, she's gray, I guess.
She's
Yep,
Gray Hulk.
fair. Okay. This guy's coming up. He's going to go, or nope, that would be the damage roll. So ignore that. This is a straight roll. Getting advantage for being flanking with Leo. Does not hit. That is a 12.
Okay, you were targeting me.
Nope. I was trying to target it.
Oh,
Okay,
you're
so-
Corin. Okay, gotcha.
Yep. Oh shit. That's a natural one.
Boo.
Not great.
Not great. Sorry, buddy.
Okay. So this thing's getting a little bit frustrated, a little bit more. You can see like the vibrations are slowing down slightly. You can see like kind of where you guys have blasted it and hit it and pumped it with bullets. Like there's little gray spaces that look like really dense, almost like a thick rubber eraser, like flesh. But they're kind of like split apart. Parts of it are cracking. And as more and more of those show up, it looks a little bit more angered and aggressive. Corin tries to come up, he telegraphs it a little bit too much and goes for the strike. Grabs the axe and just kicks him straight in the chest. And he's going to fall down here and land in the water prone as a reaction to getting a natural one. And Corin will take... He's going to land pretty heavily against like a ball of roots, and he's going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall. All right.
How many times did he hit?
What's that?
How many times did he hit?
Corin?
Yeah. So I see 3 in the...
He tried twice, which he has the ability to do so. Oh, no, the first one was I accidentally rolled the attack damage first.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And I'm going to make a concentration check for Corin because he is concentrating on his shield. Yeah, he's fine. Okay, skipping north. Seamus, we're to you.
I'm going to try to attack it with its own shadows, and I'll kind of wrap my hands kind of in the air, and as I do, the shadows around it will start to like curl up on it and maybe damage it. We'll see. That's not gonna do it. That's a 10.
No. 10. The shadows come up, and like as they try to reach for him, it actually like blurs away, and the light disappears from where that shadow should have been, based on the limb not being there anymore, and it just disappears.
I have inspiration. Can I use that?
Yes, you can.
Nice. It's rolling really, really slowly. Really, really slowly.
Dum.
Just keep mashing it over and over and over again.
13. Still not enough. The armor class is 15 here.
I will just slide over by Nora here and keep an eye on these new people over here hanging out in the bubble of dancing stars and lights and stuff going on over here.
Stars, lights. There is like an occasional like wrapped candy that floats around too.
Yes, obviously, yeah.
Nora and Seamus, did you guys say anything to your new peeps or no?
Just eye us.
Just
Certainly
like-
not. Oh, yeah.
Just give them a
Eyeballing
stink
them.
eye and like walk away a little bit. Okay. Nim. Anybody want to pilot Nim?
She definitely starts
Thank you.
murdering the bad guy.
Did her
Yeah,
character.
that's what I was going to. She just flips out for some reason and just like loses it. Just
Runs
goes
head
running,
first.
yeah, running into her claws out.
Fair, valid.
As she watches it step on a flower, she's like, no! Loses her mind.
Just like grabs in one hand, lifts her above her back, like does a backbreaker move onto her knee. Just. Okay. She's gonna look around and. Oh, you look very bad too. You look like you're about to die. I'll also heal you. Strange person with red scales and used to have a tail. You are interesting to me. But you look very bad, so I'm gonna heal you a little extra. And she's gonna do a 3rd level cure wounds on Lily. That is 17 points of healing.
Feels very nice.
All right.
At 34.
Okay. Next up, let's see if I get my. Here, I'll roll it this way. If I get a 5 or a 6, I get my whistle ability back. Nope. Leo, what are you doing rolling my dice and screwing things up?
I'm the game master now.
Nice. Congrats.
Leo takes control of the scenario.
Indeed. Okay. So Leo, you said that when he's within 5 feet of you, he has disadvantage on his
Disadvantage.
attacks.
On anyone except me. So he has to focus, anyone except me.
Hey, well, you happen to look like a prime target at the moment.
I
So
get that.
He is going to target you. The first one coming up, this will be a 17 to hit.
I have 16 armor class, so that hits.
All right, that'll hit. I'm going to roll real bad, though, in good news. That's a double 1 for a total of 6 damage.
Woot.
That is 6 psychic. The second one, also a 17 to hit. And that damage is unsurprisingly better for 17 points. Still with us?
No, I'm down.
Okay. Leo is unconscious
Oh.
and falls prone. And I don't think we ever talked about this, but I think Kenji stays out.
He does, yeah. But
Yeah.
we talked about him not being as capable when I'm not around.
Mhm. Yeah.
But I don't think
Okay.
we came up with like what that mechanic would be.
No, probably not. And I think you're.
He makes a break for it. He just like airs off in the opposite direction.
I'm free.
I'm free, exactly.
Yep. Okay. This thing is going to use its otherworldly step sort of deal to come over here,
Oh my gosh.
and it's just going to teleport over. Actually, it's not. It's not even going to use its teleport. It's just going to walk down with its long limbs. Like from Kenji's point of view, it just sees this towering thing just go step straight over it and land back in the water. It's going to put its foot on top of Corin and go for the third swipe, just like grabbing onto its Corin's face, and it's going to be at advantage.
Isn't it at disadvantage though because of my mark? Is that still on him because it's till the end of my next turn?
But he's not within 5 feet of you anymore.
Ah, dang it.
Yeah.
Roll your dead body down there.
Yeah, I mean I should have fell. I was prone.
You fell, and I was thinking that like you just fall like on top. Even if you did fall, you'd fall here.
Yeah, not
And then,
5 feet. Yeah.
Unconsciously, you just kind of like just inch closer to him.
Kenji does it. Kenji knows what it's supposed to do. Just drags his body over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is at advantage. This is the first strike. That will be a 2 for a total of 10. No dice. That is a 22 for the second one. So that does hit. And I'm going to roll pretty high. That is 20 points of damage on Corin. And he is at 2 health left. He is looking real bad. Corin coming in for a con save of 19. He still has his armor thing going. He's sticking strong to that concentration spell. Alrighty, that'll be his turn. What's he doing? Where's he going? Alright, where you going? What you doing?
Okay.
He's going to step over here and hug the wall and block line of sight for Nim, Lily, and Quentin. The only two that have visibility on him right now are Nora and Seamus. All right, so Leo and Kenji. That's right. Leo, go ahead and give me a death saving throws.
Woot woot. How do? Oh, probably the big
just-
skull.
Yep, that one. Okay,
12.
12. You're doing all right. Your mind is aching, and all you can feel is pain mentally. And
I've never done this, but I don't want to know the rules.
Okay.
You just keep doing it.
Sounds good. For now, you are not dead. You are not dead.
Not
Okay.
yet.
Not dead? Not dead yet?
Not
Okay, it's
dead
Kenji's
yet.
turn. I don't remember what we said about him, Kenji, but I would say, is it his abilities are at disadvantage? Like if you're not out?
Or his direction can't change. I don't know. Like,
He's got some intelligence. I think he'd just be like very worried about you and distraught. So
yeah.
let's go with like if he's doing an attack, it's a disadvantage. If it's a saving throw thing, he's not concentrating properly, so it's the target has advantage.
All right.
Oh, and as you go down, everybody hears as Kenji screams, mortified to see Leo drop. That scream tickled my throat.
All right, so now, yeah, it's Kenji's turn. I think he's just gonna probably go all out on this thing that's in between him and Leo. So he'll use his torrent breath ability on the shapeshifter.
Okay, and that's a con save, right?
Yeah, each creature DC 13 con.
Okay, and because you're out of there, he's got advantage, which is good because my first one was a 4. My second one was a dirty 20. So he will take half damage.
All right.
And will not move.
Okay. Don't. That was the torrent breath recharge.
Yep. So don't. Yeah. So
Can you roll for? It's 3d6 and then half of that, right? So I got that.
Yeah, you should be able to do that in the formula bar.
Yeah, I got it. Except I pressed the wrong one. All right.
Hey, decent roll. So that's 5 force damage as he gets blasted into the wall a little bit. Just, and from especially those from outside, from behind the wall, you hear like just this almost like teasing, mocking sound as it barely even cares that Kenji did anything. Okay. New guy with the mask.
Okay. I'm gonna try something. So he's gonna walk up over here, lean over, kind of to the one that he was traveling with, while looking over at the two that keep eyeballing them. Look over at her. You're not making a really good first impression, and point his staff at the creature and cast Fairy Fire.
You do not have line of sight. But Fairy Fire is not a line of sight spell. It's
just an area.
An area of effect. Yeah.
Let
Give
me...
him a bit of a look. Just a little stern, like, oh.
Did that not do anything?
Was it a 20-foot cube?
It's a 20-foot cube, yeah.
I hope that there's a module that changes up how the cube measurement tool works, because it sucks.
Alright, it lets me drop the template, but I don't know why.
Okay, there you go. Where do you want it?
To try not to get the man that just fell unconscious.
The dead guy?
Yeah.
What's the range on the spell?
It is
60 feet.
60 feet, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you've got the distance. You can
Yeah.
try to hit it just like that. All right, that's a dexterity saving throw from me.
Please fail.
That's a 9.
Yay.
All right. So, Leo's mark goes away. I'm gonna put the target on it. So and you are now concentrating on that spell. Right. And once again, that blurred form, the fairy fire illuminates which one is real, and you can start to see it, and it kind of like tries to like scrape whatever is going on off, and it can't. Seems to look around, try to refocus its efforts. Not that you can tell that, Dro. You kind of can't see it. You see like a light illumination around the corner now, but you're able to target it well enough.
Look at everyone around me. If you're gonna hit it, you might have a better chance now, and then I'm just gonna stay right there.
Okay. And what's the fairy fire look like?
It is
Your
this purplish, ironically starry looking, this kind of fire, elegant looking, kind of matching the purple that he is wearing currently, and the purple that, if you can look at the staff, what flows inside the staff that he is currently holding.
Nice. Okay. Lily, you are up. And please replace your temp HP with apparently nothing.
Can I follow the routes around here?
Max HP for you, Quentin, for 11.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a possible that's a possible path to go.
You're like, all right, fine. I'm going back. I'll deal with it. Fine. Doesn't actually say that. I'm just like, thinks that. It's still out of range of her though, so she's going to grab. Does she want to do that? I don't know. She could. I think. Yeah. So she is going to take out a javelin and throw it at this thing.
Okay. It's a straight roll.
Ooh, that is an old dicers.
No. Goes a little bit long. It sees you coming just up over the ridge. Several of its heads looking at you, including the glowing one, and it dodges as the spear comes towards it.
He gives it a little bit of a toothy smile.
Definitely like still some blood like running in, and like half of her teeth are bright pink.
And I think this thing's dead, but I don't want to get too screwed over by it. I think I'll be okay actually though. I'll risk it. I'll stay right.
Also,
Okay.
I would say when she misses, she would hear behind her, "You're supposed to hit it."
And just a reminder, because new character takes some training time. 1, you're not raging. 2, you're not doing it recklessly, and reckless is a really, really good move for you.
Could I do it recklessly on this and it be at advantage though?
It would be
Oh.
at advantage at this point.
Oh shit.
Mhm.
Could I have done it recklessly? I keep
Yeah, go ahead.
burying.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll just roll one more normal one.
If you hit, I retcon my comment.
Do you take that back?
I should it back.
He's
Yep.
like, you're supposed to. Oh,
Just delayed.
Yeah. He says that because it looks like it goes through one of them and misses, but then like the whole shifting thing, the solid one that's fairy fired jumps in front and gets staked a little bit for 8 piercing damage. Nice.
Just turn down. I'm sorry. Never mind.
yeah. And because she did it that way, actually, she's going to do as a bonus action.
I think you
Oh,
already
is that
have that done.
No, I didn't do it because I was a derp.
Okay, so is this the one that narrows your eyes?
Yes, this is the one that narrows my eyes.
Oh, okay.
Brings clarity and focus because I just decided to blindly throw a javelin.
Okay, gotcha. DM still learning the class and subclass and race combinations too here.
Yeah, it's honestly a crazy combo. But yeah, she
Yeah.
throws it, then her eyes kind of shift into a very focused, narrow dilation,
Mm-hmm.
and that will be her turn.
All right, you do have 2 attacks because you're a barbarian higher than level 5, which means you get extra attack.
Can I pull out a second javelin and throw it?
Because of the nature of these things, yeah, you could have gone back and grabbed one and thrown doubly.
Okay, because I just have 5 javelins on me. Well,
Yeah.
now 3. Would it be
Mhm.
alright if I go ahead and throw the second?
Yeah, go ahead. It's when you have something in your hand and you're trying to replace something, that's when it gets tricky.
Okay.
26 hits. for 5 more points of piercing damage. It all adds up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Nora's up next.
Let's see. All right. She's gonna holler over at him, named "Stop helping the people we don't know and go get Leo." And then I'll look over at.
But she.
Nope.
But she looks better now.
But Leo is dead. And then I'll take aim.
I
and
will.
shoot this thing.
I will also help Leo. Yes. It is now Leo's turn.
Let me see.
He will be very grateful.
Just turn around and give her a thumbs up.
And Kenji will love me for saving him.
And I'm trying to think of how many bullets I have left in this thing. So if I took reload 1 shot, so I should have 3 bullets still.
Yep.
Then in this one, I will throw in another grit point here, and I'm going to use my violent shot this time, which adds 2 to the misfire score. And if I hit, then I roll an extra damage. So we'll see how that goes. Well, that's not great, but 15 is his class, right? 15 then?
Armor class is 15. That hits.
Thank goodness. Alright, so 15, so 2 of these damages. 9 and 10, so 19, and then we'll throw the last astral spark into it to add 3 more force damage as well.
It had 19 left.
Oh, nice.
All right. How do you want to do this?
I'll have the astral spark will be the thing that murders it off there, but once the astral spark hits it, you know, that blue pulsing light that comes out on that second, I don't know if it's a second bullet as much as it's a second damage, I guess, the violent shot.
I imagine it's like, it's an extra, like, I imagine it's like an encasing of energy that goes out on the bullet for extra force damage.
Yeah. So the bullet comes out, and it's coming out, and it comes out glowing blue, and as it hits it, it kind of just, almost like a mini, like, Big Bang kind of look idea when it pops into him and disintegrates him, I guess, or, I don't know what it's made of. Is it cloudy dust stuff?
Goes out in a where does it impact?
Oh, right in the center of the fairy fired one, the one that's super obvious.
Okay, yeah, it's kind of like upper torso, right below the little dip in the clavicle. I'm sure there's a technical term for that. And it just kind of sits there, and the astral spark kind of jets out and explodes, and you see it drop, and like the glow from the fairy fire stops and it falls, and then in succession, the 4 echoes kind of stop and hit their knees and fall in place, until it stops moving entirely.
And then I will look over to Leo. I'm sorry, not Leo. Seamus. What are we supposed to do with these other ones? And I will reload my gun for my second action to make sure I have 4 bullets total. And I will point it at the now weird slitty-eyed dragon creature thingy or whatever. And I'll just get that one there. And I will wait to see what Seamus does as I get those 4 bullets ready.
I love the look of this artwork so much.
Are we still in initiative order?
Not unless people are attacking each other.
Well, the minute I see the gun aimed at her, whoa. Let's just talk and look over at her. You calm down.
I am calm.
For you, yes. Also look over. Also, very big important question. Who's Grandpa? And just point at the old man on the ground.
Oh, well, that would be Albert Nordicus. He is a very dear friend. And oh, excuse me. I have to go help Leo. And the turtle waddles off and goes in uses another healing slot. She's going to go low level this time. So that is another cure wounds. That is a cure wounds for Leo, coming in at, I don't know what that number was, 5 points of HP. and you are back to consciousness as if you were at. So you have 5 total HP.
All right. Leo, stand up and kind of brush it off a little bit and just almost ignore that it's happened. In his mind, he's probably been at that state before, and it's probably not the last time.
Looking at the hippo with the gun aimed at my companion. Are we good? Still
What are you
hands
doing
up.
out here? What are you doing out here?
We kind of motioning at us. We're looking for you guys. We were told to come find this group. You may have met. Look over at my companion. A few friend of ours.
Corin comes around the corner, bloodied out of his mind. Like it just looks like above his eyelids are normal yellow topaz and whatnot, but like directly below his mouth, nose, eyes, ears, it is just drenched. He is moving very slow. She's not a monster.
Right,
I'm not.
right now, no. That's a whole other conversation we can have. Just don't make her angry. It's not fun when she's angry. And then look back at the other two.
And Nim jumps down and kind of like slides down the little stairs on like her shell a little bit, like, and gets in front of Corin. Is like, you also look very bad, my friend. Here's some healing, and gives him a flower. I'm just going to pop a 3rd level cure wounds because he's got 2 HP left and he's hurting.
Oh.
For 23. Yep. Ooh. You see lots of that blood, but about half that blood like run back up into the other way into his face as like the healing energy kind of flows out through the flower itself. You're very welcome. She sits down and like starts picking at like some new plants that she's seeing.
I'll look over at my companion. Just testing you because I totally was listening when they were explaining to me. These are the ones we're looking for, correct?
She looks up from pulling her javelins out of this body. Yeah.
You passed the test. Look at the others. We're not here to fight. I mean, we helped you with that, even though it didn't feel the greatest. And I ask again, why is he here? And is he okay? Still pointing at the person that's downed.
Just taking a nap.
He's known to do that sometimes.
It's an old man.
Right. And he's out here.
Quentin, roll a perception check for me.
Oh boy. About an 8.
Grandpa's taking a nap,
Okay.
like they said.
So he's just you bring him out here in the danger and he just decides to take a nap?
He does what he wants. I mean, I don't know. He seems to be all right. He's got these stars still going about us.
These are nice.
It's about now that they flicker off as the duration of the spell finally fades.
Oh.
Well, maybe we should look into it.
Just looking at the group. Looking back at my companion. This is going to be interesting.
You don't say.
Little Moon, can you take a look at the old man?
Oh, I don't believe he's injured, if that's what you're referring to. Yes, I can look at him. What do you want to know?
He seems to have. He's not awake, right?
Let me check. She goes over. No, he's definitely asleep. You can see stars in his eyes.
I can have Kenji drop some water in his face.
Leo, give me a perception check.
Okay. Perception. Nope. Not gonna happen. Hold on. There it is. 9.
You're a little bit closer and you're looking down at him. Nim is not, for once, Nim is not being metaphorical with what she just said about Grandpa.
What did she say?
Stars in his eyes.
Ah. Huh.
Right. Who sent you to find us?
You look down at him and his eyes are wide open. They're still very spherical, the shading almost enhanced somehow by the darkness. But you see there's no sclera, pupil, iris, nothing. It's just caked over like you're looking at the night sky.
Hmm. Yeah, he's not right. Look at his eyes. They're black.
And Corin, concerned for his friend, comes over. He kind of gets down, stows his axe, shakes him. What? Al! Wake up, Al! And just like continues to shake him, even like slaps him a couple times. Opens a butter, like gets into his pack, grabs a butterscotch, like opens his mouth and like puts it in there. Maybe not for somebody who's unconscious, and like opens it back up and like takes it and throws it in the woods. I've never seen him like this. But he told me stories once about the people that he comes from. He's not from down here, he's from up there. Used to work in a mining colony of sorts. That's about all I ever got out of him, except he said that his people get into something called a star sleep. And he didn't explain why it happens, but only that sometimes they stay asleep for quite a while.
Quite a while, like hours, days, weeks.
He wasn't more specific, unfortunately. Oh my.
Can't leave him here.
Certainly not. I wonder if there's a healer or something, someone who, or at least a place for him to stay somewhere nearby. This could be a little troublesome.
And how far from Ripple Mid are we? Like, we're in between Ripple Mid and Ripple Top. Do we roughly know how far in between?
I'm trying to remember what I said last time. I think you're about an hour and a half away from Ripple Mid. because
And
it's
would
still
we-
within space for the hillbilly elf to come and like travel up here for supplies and stuff and go back.
Mhm. Yeah, that makes sense. And then, do you
Mhm.
remember how far away Ripple Top is?
Ripple
Roughly?
Top, by your estimation, you're still about somewhere between 2.5 and 3 hours, 2.5, 3.5 hours away, maybe.
So knowing that, I would probably suggest that we just carry him with us for now and hope he wakes up soon.
Was this one of our bounties that we were looking for over here?
Yeah. Yeah, the
While they're checking him out, I would have gone over here with less
Oh.
concern for him to find some type of evidence to prove that we've.
this was not one of your bounties. I
Yeah,
misunderstood.
this wasn't the
You-
flower dancing thing,
okay.
right?
Yeah, you were headed in the direction of one of your bounties, and this just happened to pop up. But you can examine this thing if you'd still like.
Yeah, for sure. I'll come over here and take a quick look over and see whatever I can find on it, and then see if there's anything that's like distinctive about it that I could take with us for in case there's other bounties available for it.
Go ahead and roll a medicine check to kind of identify medicine, perception, investigation. It's pretty loose at this point. You can take a pick.
Okay, if it's investigation, it's only one more, but we'll say 21 with investigation. Medicine would have been 20 even.
Okay, 21. Yeah, you're able to look at this thing. It doesn't have anything on it. And like now that it's no longer shivering, it looks almost like a dark clay is what the body is made out of. And like you touch it and it's more dense and hard than it is soft and supple, almost like tight leather that's been pulled over like hardened mud. There's a little bit of a give to it, but really not much. What's your strategy when you look for bounties or like look for a souvenir? What do you typically go through as you're trying to identify what to take?
Mine would just be something that would, I mean, if this isn't wearing anything or doesn't have any special markings on it, that's what I'd look for first, like tattoos or markings or something that, like, if somebody were to have a bounty up for it and said, oh, it's a scary monster that has, a horned dragon on its back, I'd probably cut that off. But if nothing, I'd take its head.
You kind of exploded its head.
I shot it in
But-
the chest.
Yeah, and I said it exploded upwards. All right, so like,
Releasing its head from its body. Exactly.
no, okay, no, that's fair. Like it kind of exploded upper torso, like took out its neck and like the lower jaw, and like just like, and it's not even like the like if you took a jaw off of a skull, it's less than that. But there is like kind of like cheekbones and down is gone, but you are able to find like cheekbones and up is like floating in the
Yeah,
water.
scary beady little eyes type thing. People will be like,
Yeah.
oh no, that beady eyes, I remember those. I'll give you money for that.
The head is about the you're a large this thing's a large
Big
creature,
old.
but you're a hippo. This thing's head is a little bit smaller than yours.
Nice. I do think I have something like I can carry a large creature's worth or something. I can't remember what it says. Yeah, I count as one size larger, determining my carrying capacity and weight to push and drag and lift and stuff. So
Okay, so you have a whistler head. Congratulations. The item
Nice.
you've always wanted in D&D.
more than anything. Oh, I was looking for how many backpacks I had. I'm like, where's my second backpack? And I remember that was Zerum.
Oh.
If you blow
So-
into the skull, does it make a whistle?
Like a dinosaur, like a velociraptor. Blow into the ear. All right, so Nora's checking that out, and over here, everybody's paying attention to Nort with it being passed out.
I will say
Still
when
eyeballing the new people.
you would
After I
see
collected, I'd still be eyeballing him the whole time. I was just coming down here to see.
the purple individual when they said up there, he's still looking up at the sky. when they pointed up.
Oh. I'm nervous about taking him forward. In this state, the quarry that we're after, and as this particular group, so there's a large flaming thing that came out of the mountain. An unconscious man doesn't sound like it belongs anywhere near that. So I'm a little more enticed to take him back. It's closer than Ripple Top. Although I'm nervous also to take him alone.
I think we can take you to Ripple Mids. Mid Ripple. The Middle Ripple.
Middle ripples.
Even though you've traveled this far and this close to where that flaming flower might be.
It's not ideal, but we can't just leave you guys out here in the woods. Plus, we've got our new palios over here. They came to hang around with us, I guess.
Right, and again,
Nim
who is
looks
it that
at you.
sent you?
Stop looking up. Huh?
Who was it that sent you to look to find us?
We've got a lot of friends.
Oh, I totally remember his name, Morgan.
I'm looking it up.
Isn't it Ben?
Alex, Benjamin, I don't know.
The leader.
Freaky guy.
Benjamin?
Yeah, Bentiman.
Benjamin.
And
So
who was
look-
that again? This seems like we should know this.
Is
Where's
the
my
Kieran, the guys who hired us to catch the Kieran?
Oh,
Dude, that Nort signed the book.
the
Yeah.
boy. Yeah.
Yeah, Bentiman.
North
Oh, I guess I didn't have to do it this way.
Yeah, Nort's fucking death book.
Not that one.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's me.
Just kind of look.
Yeah.
Oh God, what was his name? I totally didn't listen to him when he was talking. Bentman, I think. Said he'd sent every once in a while, like when he's trying to recall stuff, look over his companion. Said that they sent a group out. We were supposed to meet them. Didn't really tell us much. Just fine, and we just happened to stumble upon what was going on here, and you guys kind of matched the description, except, and then point at the turtle. I've never heard of you.
I've never heard of you either. I am Nim.
Right. Name's Dro.
Dro. Hello, Dro. I've never heard of you.
That's good.
Then it's good that you've never heard of me, although you certainly should have.
Look over. Am I
You
like
get used.
am I like this to you? To my companion.
Do you want the truth?
No.
Corin looks over at the now introduced Dro. You get used to her chatter.
That'll be a change, because this one right here is not very talkative. Oh, by the way, and just kind of nudge her to introduce herself.
It's Yaslin.
And what is it that you were expected to meet us for and help us with?
They said they sent you on a hunt, and so they're not really trusting people. They said, I might really want to leave that part out because that wasn't very nice of them, but that we should come help you take care of this Kieran. Still looking at everybody. Also, is there a gun still drawn on us?
Yes.
Okay.
Even as you're over there scrounging for
Yep.
skulls
As I was,
with an
yeah,
open
as
pistol.
Yep, all of it's just
As he kind of looks back over, he'll take a step back a little bit away as he's talking. Just kind of look. So we're here. We don't want any trouble. We're here to help. And looking at the old guy. What do you guys plan to do with him?
He needs his rest, whatever that looks like.
I think a lot of us need some rest.
Everyone does look a little bit worse for wear.
He tries to stand up. I mean, I'm fine, and completely just like buckles for a minute.
Kind of catches him like by
Yeah.
the shoulder.
So we'll follow you guys, preferably not at gunpoint.
Look over at Nora and nod.
okay. Let me see if I think I have to be taking a rest or something in order to fix my gun.
But not to lower it from our friends.
Right. Well, yeah. My other gun.
Let me look if I can fix
Let
my
me
gun.
see if I can fix my gun and hold my other gun. but if Seamus says it's alright to put it away, then she'll holster her gun, and I'll take my other
Still
one
pointed at them, and you just start tinkering with it.
yeah, I'll take my other one out, and it'll be But I need to try to fix it at some point. And I think it just says at some point I need to use a tinkerer's tool to do it. Must be out of combat is all it says. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So yeah, go ahead and make a Tinker's Tools check as you're futzing with it.
I gotta beat a 8 plus misfire, so I gotta beat a 10.
So as soon as she puts it down, he kind of steps back up as he's talking.
There's no chance that's gonna be high enough. I think my proficiency with Tinker's Tool is 3. That's what you get, right? If you're proficient, you just get to use the proficiency bonus.
Yeah, you get your proficiency bonus plus this is a plus it's a dexterity check on top of that. So it's like it's a you get to use the stat that's associated with the check. In this case, it would be dexterity. And then because you're proficient, you get to add your proficiency modifier on top of it.
Okay.
So you should have a +8 to whatever you rolled.
Well, it's still not enough. That would have been great because I rolled a 2, which is not a 1, but that's 10, and it's at or above because it's 10 is the.
Since it's a tie, there is no change in this current status quo when it's kind of an opposing stats check. Yeah. So your gun is still broken,
but not. Let's see.
It's not like it doesn't.
Not
get
broke.
worse.
Don't need to fix it for the quarter of the cost. Is all.
Yeah. Nope. Just shit. You'll have to try another time.
Okay.
I'll just start by helping us get this old man back to town. You can start by helping us that way.
Yeah. Kind of.
Does anybody have any idea what that thing was? Perhaps it can, if we do have any knowledge about it, perhaps it can help us identify what is happening with Nort.
I know.
Well, we're on our way to the library. Maybe we can do some research there.
Maybe that would be helpful. That's fine. Anything else you guys are doing before you take off?
No, I mean, I could use, if we're heading back to Ripple Mid and we're probably just going to like stay there for the night, that's fine. But otherwise, I'd say I could use a short rest. But
okay. All right. And just for ease of use, a lot of you are able to get back to Ripple Mid. It is a slow kind of arduous process as Corin passes his large battle axe and shield over to somebody, whoever
Damn.
kind of. Nim takes it and she's like, I now have a shell on my front and my back.
Oh my god.
And he'll hand the battle axe to somebody else. As you guys take a few moments and like strap Nort in around him as he begins to trek and carry his unconscious friend the way back. And let's see, as this is happening, are you guys doing anything on the walk back?
I would just say Dro is walking just out of care in the world with the group. Kind of looking around every once in a while, saying something. Just randomly at times.
Okay. Any of your other characters have anything to say or do on your what would normally be an hour and a half trek is probably more like 2.5 hours with the laden body of the weighed down weight from Nort.
No good, Nort.
Okay. You guys are able to make it back just fine and inquire about a place to stay. And they refer you to the kind of the nicest space in town. Let me come back to nobody probably has vision on this because you don't have any tokens on here yet. And we're going to be here just briefly as you get back into town and you left out the northern way. They kind of point you down here, and they reference that the nice part of town where the inns and whatnot are down here. Without too much trouble, you're able to get yourselves over to that inn that you were hearing about before. And it takes oops, this music's loud.
Wow.
And Seamus is no longer invisible.
Yay.
I have 2 invisibles. And it'll cost you 2 gold for kind of run of the place for the night.
Per person?
No, just in total, and you guys can split that up however. And let me see, Corin's money. What's he got for monies?
Dro would just walk up and put the 2 gold down for everybody.
Okay. So just to keep things nice and easy, you guys are able to get.
I was gonna weekend at Bernie's it with Nort and have him pay up. Pull a coin out of his pocket.
There you go. And down here, the Nort gets set on the ground, or set on one of the beds. Corin lays down exhausted, and Nim kind of starts puttering around with the 2 of them, getting them comfortable, again, beginning to heal their injuries a little bit more and whatnot.
So is there a bed near the water that me and Kenji can go to?
Anything that you can see on the map. So
Okay, now that I move around, I can see a little bit more.
yeah.
When we came into town, did we pass a bounty board to take a look at?
We did, and that's where we picked up the fire flower thing.
Yeah.
Can we take a quick gander and see if there's something about beady little red-eyed, blurry creatures?
Oh, absolutely. Go ahead and give me just quick perception check.
8 plus, I think 7 if I take a guess. Yeah. 12? Nope, I'm sorry. 8 plus 7 is 15.
15? No mention.
No mention of blurry, beady-eyed things.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but you guys, this is a nice space. Obviously, and there's a couple of people that are at the front desk that quickly, like lock things up and leave after you guys check in. There's guests in kind of the northern. There's a dinner party in the northern space, but they say you can stay here, and it's very clear pretty quickly that this space is used mostly as like a traveling spot for when kind of upper class from Ripple Downs move through Ripple Middle and on their way to Ripple Top and whatnot. This is where they stay. They don't stay in the working village that you pass through. But it is nice, and there are little bobbing motes of light, little lanterns that seem irreverent of gravity that just sit in the middle of the river and bounce up and down and kind of rotate end over end, almost like a couple of points with like a spherical middle in between. They just move up and down. They seem to move a bit with the waves, and you quickly see why this place is called the Sea Mist Inn, because underneath each one of the lanterns there's a light foot or two of mist that seems to kind of like dance and twirl a bit underneath the lanterns. And it is beautiful. It is calming. And it is very soothing for the moment. It does remind you of the fineries of the relaxation that you can find down in Ripple Downs.
Like to speak to the manager.
I'm going to switch discords, but if we take a short or a long rest the next day, I'll try to tinker and fix my gun again.
Okay.
After the fact.
Sounds good.
I'll hop over real quick. I may or may not be back. We'll see.
Yep. We'll take probably a 20-minute break today, folks, and then we'll see you back in a bit. You guys are in the Sea Mist Inn after bringing back a literally starry-eyed Nort who has fallen into a state called the Star Sleep, which Corin has barely heard about from Nort's many rantings. And this, they lay down. What are you guys doing? Excuse me, hiccups. Inside of the inn, as they are getting situated.
I did want to talk to management. I was like, not even kidding.
Oh, that wasn't a joke? Okay.
Why do you want to talk to management?
Before you settle in or after? Because I could retro.
Before we settle in, like, I would basically, as we're coming in, I can see that this is like the posh place in the area. And I would have like waited until like everybody else kind of did their business and was out of the room, except for probably Nort, who would just like naturally post up around the door and just like keep an eye and just give us a little privacy for just a minute, just trying to catch like, that moment where everybody else is out of the room for just a little bit.
Sure, easy enough to do. This is the primary room where like the office keepers are, but then they lock all the cabinets, and there's a myriad of books lined on the table and whatnot, and you can definitely have that moment. There's a single proprietor, a very tall, lanky type individual with hair that goes back and kind of spikes off the back with like a shaved neckline. it's a furbolg. The furbolg is so wide-nosed, almost blue-tinged skin, very long-limbed. This one is a little bit thinner and more gangly than other furbolgs you may have met before. No, is there something I can help you with, sir?
Yeah, good to meet you. My name's Seamus.
Ardamon.
Cardamom. Like a cardamom, but with an A?
Precisely, sir. Ardamon Dural.
Looks like quite an establishment you've got here.
Oh, the clientele is infrequent yet particular, and it allows me to charge them enough to keep this place up and running and looking at as it does. Yourselves included. I have no shame in that.
And do you do catering like room service or where can I get like a fancy treat or something around here?
We do have some villagers that are very apt. We have especially in the fish trade. Fish is some of the best material you can find around here. We are amongst the top fishermen that live in supply off of the Ripple. Pardon. It's been a long day, sir. Ripple River.
That was all, I think.
Yes, your one compatriot was a bit of a... He didn't seem all there. Is that normal for him?
No, he's not feeling well. We're not sure what he's going on about, but he's an older gentleman too, you know. Sometimes it's just things with age or something.
It's true. I've seen my mother has had her bout with dementia and such. And, sometimes she can remember what the weather was like 31 years ago to the day. And other times she doesn't remember the rest of us.
Yeah, this guy's got quite a sweet tooth, actually. Now that you're kind of, you know, bring up those memories, I'm sure something, you know, he's always talking about these crumpets and whatnot. Speaking of, have you ever heard of Bellsmeyer Cafe?
I have. Yes, they, shame what happened to the poor girl's parents.
That's
they're not
terrible. Just
customers
terrible.
here, but they have a high reputation, and I occasionally make it down to Ripple Downs myself, and it is a frequent stop of mine.
You can see that Seamus, like, as he's talking right now, would pull out this black notebook that he carries around with him and would start writing something out in his book, but you didn't see him take out a pen. He just kind of seems to be writing in the book, and nobody but Nora would see this. Maybe the innkeeper, but yeah. Well, that's great that you make it over there, because I think that I think you really should want to buy into the business a little bit. At least make a commitment to getting some treats on a regular basis. I'm thinking from them.
For your friend.
Yeah, help support the girl.
So if I'm interpreting this properly, you would like me to, for your friend, how long will you be staying?
Oh yeah, I'm not sure. We might be just passing through ourselves.
For you say that as if you're disconnected from the older gentleman, or is it the lot of you, or what is the situation?
Well, we came here with a number of folks, true enough. But yeah, I don't know where our paths lie ahead. You know, things fates are always changing. Things shift in the wind, you know. But one thing I know is that poor girl and her family that she's lost, her business is surely struggling. And if you could make some kind of commitment to making regular purchases from her business, I'm sure it'd be appreciated.
I understand the idea of the support for those that are local and in need, or nearly direct local. And did you say your elderly gentleman likes the treats as well?
Oh yeah, he fancies the place for sure.
Well, then perhaps as long as he's here and as long as there is coin to support the efforts in getting deliveries up here from the Bilesmire, that can be arranged. Pixie's good people. I don't mind throwing some coin her way as well.
And I will subtle cast suggestion as I say, well, that's great. We'll just put you down for 2 gross on a monthly basis then, if you could just sign here. And I'll hold out my notebook for them to sign, unless they can pass a wisdom 15 check.
Ooh. Wow. I like what you're doing here. We need to build in a mechanism that gives us like daily interest on our buildings. Right. And then whenever we make deals like this, it increases those interests.
Right. Okay, checking.
Because yeah, for the new guys, we, instead of charging a girl to save her family, we just told her like we'll take portions of the business, and so now we own a cafe in Ripple Down. So we should be making like commission fees essentially off owning that and promoting it.
She should be sending us like a monthly fee. We haven't actually worked it all out yet. I don't think.
And maybe we do make it into like just a daily fee. That way it's easier to keep track of.
Okay, I was just checking Furbolgs to make sure they didn't have any sort of advantage or whatnot against charms, but nope, this is just a straight D20 roll because this person's a commoner. Okay, nicely done. And it's that last line of yes, I don't mind throwing some coin her way. She's good people. And what'd you say? Two crates? How much is a crate?
2 gross.
2 gross. I don't know what that means. I'm not.
A dozen's dozen is a gross, 144, so that's 288.
A month. Oh, it depends on how I.
Few a day. Not a problem. You'll move them.
No, and you're right, and nobody's made that connection here yet. We'll split that into 2 separate shipments halfway through the month. I wouldn't want them getting stale.
Makes a lot of sense.
Excellent. Yes, then we'll do. I believe they have a bit of a variety pack. Well, you seem to have a connection to them when you deliver the order. We'll work out the logistics, but make sure that they include a couple of extra strawberry and almond pastries for me. Those ones are my favorite.
I'm sure we can do it. If I could just get your signature here on the line, then yes, that's great. Excellent. Yep. And I'll look over at Nora and just smile and nod. And excellent, friend. We look forward to the stay.
One more point of business. This particular lodging here, perfectly fine for you to stay in short term. If you do have need to have your friend stay for a longer period of time as he recovers, we do have another facility that we can just move him to. It's also nearby, and it's a little less fancified, a little bit quieter and calm. May suit his purposes long needs, or his, pardon, may suit his purposes for long term better.
I think that makes a lot of sense, and his best bud's Corin, the Dragonborn. He'll settle anything up with you if you need. But I'm sure he'll want just the very best for his friend.
A large one that's bloodied and yellow. Well,
He'll be fine by the morning.
most of
Magical
you,
turtle will heal him.
What's a turtle?
What isn't these days?
Ooh.
Roll a persuasion check, aka a confusion check. Troy, have you and I talked about He Who Fights with Monsters?
I don't know if we have, but it's great. I love it.
Okay, yeah, 11. Yeah, you thoroughly confuse him. That line, so I'm like chapter 6 or 7 on book 2. That line you just gave absolutely sounds like Jason Asano would say it.
He is super inspirational for my character. So if I dip into that well a little bit, yeah, that's not bad.
Feel free. He's a great character. All right. So for the rest of you, as that's going on, I'm still getting used to names. Oh, dang it. Yaslin. That's it. Yaslin and Dro. And what are you guys doing as you're in a room with apparently something called a turtle, a very large unconscious dragonborn, and an old man with stars in his eyes?
Testing the beds.
All right. As you go over and like lay down you're like tall for a woman, but you're not overly tall, but you are like dense for your body mass is
Yeah.
dense and definitely heavy. So as you lay down, there's a significant creak and like complain from the bed, but it's nice.
Okay. I want to find like the firmest bed, so she like lays down on each one of them.
It's the one in the corner that you happen to be on right now. Just- who knows why? Maybe fancy people who don't want to walk around a piece of furniture to reach another piece of furniture or something. It's less used.
Yeah, this is the one.
It's Goldilocks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fire locks. Dro, yourself.
How late is it?
8:39. You guys
It was a slow.
were out
walk
there
back,
kind of
he
like,
said.
yeah, mid-afternoon. You fought, you kind of slow walk back. I think you did probably take a short rest in there. Got back, went through the town, found the inn, got into the inn. Yeah, it's like 8:39. It's like almost bedtime.
Okay. Yeah. After Goldilocks here finds her right bed, he's gonna walk over. Are you gonna be okay by yourself for a little bit?
I can handle myself.
Let me rephrase that. Are they going to be okay with you by yourself?
If they don't poke me.
Look over. I really don't hope they're not the pokeable type. I'm gonna go for a nightly stroll.
Want me to come with?
You want? If not, you know me.
Yeah,
I'll be fine.
I'll come.
Okay.
She gets back up.
And it's right about then that Nora and Seamus are coming in, and so like you two like pass each other. One group is going in, one group is going back out.
It's very awkward.
Out of curiosity, I know Dro wouldn't know this, but out of game, is there food being delivered to the room as we're walking by? Out of curiosity. Cool. Dro's just gonna reach over, grab it. I'm with them, and just keep walking. Just grab something off the plate and take a bite.
Yep, absolutely. And there's, hey, that's ours.
Just turn it around. I paid for
I'll
it.
just get more. That's
walking.
true, but it's still mine. Did he pay for more? Seamus.
I'm sure we can put it on Nort or something.
North's tap, the unconscious man's tap. I like it.
Oh my gosh.
Goes back and orders another. And this like stairway, or all these stairways, they don't have like rails or anything. Apparently it's pet showcase time again. What are you guys doing?
Earth.
Mhm.
I see a tail on one side of the chair right now.
Yep, one right here and one right here. So these stairs, they don't have railings or anything on the side. They're just open. So just saying that to as Dro, you don't have to follow the path. You can like hop off and like wander.
Oh
if you
yeah,
want to.
he absolutely is.
Okay,
Anywhere
good. That's why I said it.
anywhere that like the moonlight isn't hitting as much, more of the darker path he's gonna take and just wander, explore, see what's around.
You going north? You going south?
Have we been here?
No.
Okay, so this is all new area for Dro, and I'm gonna butcher your name. I'm so sorry, Yaslin.
Yaslin.
Hey, I got it.
Yeah.
Still within range, but I know she can see me even in the darker areas. Look over. You want to take the scenic route or the more busy route?
Are we thinking there's trouble, or do we just want to relax?
More of just relax, see what's around here.
Scenic route.
Whichever way is less populated, not too far out of the city. We don't want to cut too far out.
Yeah, are you sticking around close-ish to the inn, or are you okay? Yeah, it's easy enough to. There's kind of like there's this cliffside like that you're kind of on. You know, you could go here, you could cross the river, you could go a little bit further north. There's a bit of a waterfall,
So probably go up.
or you can wander in deeper.
Seeing them head out, I would have tailed them. I think I would have like kind of nodded to Nora that I was gonna just dip out, and I'm gonna just see what these new people are up to. I'm gonna stay back a ways to where like I'm comfortable that they can't see me and nobody else can see me when I do this.
And Nora, as you like give the signal, or she's just chowing down.
Back in a bit.
So go ahead and give a stealth check.
And it's definitely like dark outside.
Yeah, definitely dark.
Morgan, is there a postal service that exists in these towns?
You
Post
have
office?
you have not inquired about that yet.
I will ask the front desk when I get
and
a moment to do it.
okay, sounds good. 21. All right, and are you going polymorph too?
I am. Yep.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
What are you gonna polymorph into?
Nobody sees this because I am quite stealthy and also dipped into a dark corner. But I would pull my cloak up over me, and as I do, I would just explode into a cauldron of bats and take off into the air and fly above everybody as just a group of bats giving tail on this new group of people. But
That's awesome. I'm curious. Were you using a basically like a group noun? Is it a cauldron of bats? That would be kind of a grouping.
Like a murder of crows.
Yeah,
Yep,
exactly.
exactly.
A cauldron of bats. All right, I get you. And that's kind of your standard witch's cauldron. So we're thinking like 35 bats.
Yeah, probably. Yep.
All right, I get you.
Mm-hmm. Dro, what is your passive perception, investigation, and insight?
Definitely not seeing him. Perception 15, investigation 11, and insight 15. I am missing
same
Kevis.
questions to Yaslin.
This is not
Right?
pinky. This is a 14 and
between-
11 and an 11.
Yeah, between the two of you last time, I couldn't get shit past you guys.
Yeah.
And languages, please.
Uh,
never mind. I'll just check your sheets for that.
Okay.
Okay. So, yep. Seamus, you are successfully tailing, and Yaslin and Dro, you're wandering or doing whatever you're doing. What is it that you're doing?
I also sent you a note.
Yeah, I'll see that in a second.
Looking over at Yaslin. What do you think of these guys?
Strange. Very strange.
It just kind of gives you a look. And we're not?
You have a point. Oh my gosh, the bat.
Oh, nice. Oh, hold up. I got you. I am gonna do this for the rest of the campaign.
Hey, kitty cats, you don't fight. Jeez. Bean and Nova don't get along, and Bean just crept up on Nova and she freaked out.
No.
Nice.
Sorry.
All good.
That question, Morgan, was also to what I pinged you, messaged you about.
Oh, sorry, getting it. Yep.
No, you're good.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you.
So, kind of look away from Yaslin, kind of off, towards the dark. What about you?
What about me? Oh.
He looks back. Not you.
Oh, this again.
Just look back. You turn into a beast. I talk to myself. Okay?
Mm-hmm. We each have our own things.
Yes. He'll look back off in the distance and just stare at it for a bit. And just kind of shake his head. Look back at Yaslin. So you've made a good impression.
I'm not sure I'd call that exactly a good impression. Might be a lasting one.
I mean, they didn't want to kill you. Well, maybe the Dragonborn, but you're improving.
Thank you. I try.
Do you?
No, not really. I just let people think what they want.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think they're capable of this? Of this hunt?
Well, it's hard to tell. Some of them seem fighters.
Some don't seem very trusting of us.
That's probably smart.
They don't seem very smart. Bring in example. They brought an old man who
Mhm.
fell asleep. That green creature who, don't get me wrong, healed me up and I was more than happy. Very interesting individual. But when I saw her, she was in her head, was in her body. And she really didn't seem to want to fight more than just hand out flowers.
Oh,
The other ones, the other three, four, seem like capable fighters. And just kind of look off in the darkness again. The one, dressed in black. Interesting individual, actually. Did you notice him fighting?
not particularly, no.
Looks over again, not towards Yaslin. Okay. They're not the greatest at teamwork. But neither are me and Yaslin. Are there people around us while we're walking?
No, it's mostly like you guys have walked off to like as if like there was like a resort on like a small cliffside. No, only the very few would wander off to the cliffside and like dangle their feet off the rocks. That's the sort of vibe this has. It's not the well-trodden path.
Okay. So yeah, Dro would definitely do that.
Yeah. Did you go north or did you just stick around pretty close?
More north up here, like you were pointing by the waterfall. I'll move.
Yeah, let's go ahead and move those tokens up then.
The magic user, all in dark.
Oh.
He, from what I saw, looked like he was able to manipulate the shadows. And he just kind of sits and stares off in the dark, thinking of that for like 3 or 4 seconds.
He interests you?
Piqued my interest.
Hmm.
How many people do you know that can do that?
Looks at her hand, kind of as if like counting off, and like none of her fingers are put down.
Looks opposite direction
Yeah, she's like,
to the last comment. Do you want to test that theory? Okay,
what
yeah.
theory? Oh, I keep she's
No, that's the whole point. This is going to be the whole. Yeah. Look back. Nothing. This job that we're given. Do you plan staying with these poachers? Bleh, I can't talk. After this? As he says that, like he just gets a grin on his face out of nowhere.
they provide beneficial in my search.
Your search, right. Do you trust them?
The poachers?
Yeah.
Mutual trust. But I wouldn't go much further.
Seamus, give me a perception check as a swarm of bats. Roll for
can do that.
eavesdropping.
Let's see, a bat has advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing.
There you go.
Passive.
All right, nice. Yeah, you're picking up most of this conversation.
Nice, because I'm taking good notes.
Looking at Yaslin. They did offer. Looks off. I know. They did offer us some items to pay. But do you think what we're doing is right?
Killing things?
I mean, the approach that they told us how to draw it out. Don't you think it would harm others?
If not us, then somebody else will.
And you're okay with that?
For now.
Okay. Then I am. So what do you think is wrong with the old guy?
I think honestly he's just old.
He said something that he came from the sky. I mean, I was looking up for quite a while. I didn't see anything.
I don't know. People come from a lot of places, so
Just gives a glare over at the dark while you're talking.
do you trust the group that we've been assigned to?
They haven't given me a reason to not to. Well, they did pull a gun on you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean, I would have liked to see them try to shoot that.
Okay. That is fair. Maybe if we weren't beat to shit, that would have been fun to watch.
Fair enough.
Also, let's talk about that form you were in when you were mad. What was that about? That's new.
You know, one can be full of surprises.
Surprises are interesting. I know someone that doesn't like them too much, but not the funnest person to be around. This group seems
Think of it
interesting.
this way. When backed into a corner, sometimes you have to use resources that you don't normally.
He glances over at that dark again. What if those resources you can't control?
Well, then You tread on a thin knife.
He's. Yeah, she would see Dro glance down at the sword that's on his hip just for a split second. Yeah, life has its risk. This group, do you think it's going to be an issue traveling with them?
I can't say for certain since I have not seen them encounter many conflicts. But for now, it is the group that we are stuck with. I think adaptation will perhaps be needed.
He kind of nudges her, and you can practice your people skills. Come on. They seem like an interesting group. They don't seem like the normal groups we've run into, which could be a good thing.
Or I end up scaring them all off.
Something about this group tells me they don't scare very easily.
I guess we'll see.
He glances over. When he talked about people skills while you were talking, you're not talking to them. And look back at Yaslin. Try to make friends with at least one of them. I mean, you put up with me. And a lot of people told me I've been a handful. So...
He looks at him kind of with like a raised brow. It's kind of like, you are a handful kind of look.
See, you're learning. But it is nice to have people who got your back.
It is.
What do you think they're doing right now?
Stuffing their faces full of food.
He's sitting there eating whatever he took off the plate. I mean, that's fair. It's been
Basically
a long
like
day.
basically like a baked apple, like wrapped in like pastry and like kind of deep fried. But it's a smaller apple, so it's not like overly mushy.
As he takes a bite, I am definitely gonna have to work this off in the morning.
Wake up early and you can come for a run with me.
You realize I'm always up early.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll make a deal.
All right.
You don't even have to be best friends with one of them. Just don't give him a reason to pull that trigger on either of us. Don't give them a reason for me to hurt them.
Listen closely. I have no problem with them pulling the trigger. So long as it's not on you. So I suppose we're in the same boat.
If a projectile could hit me. And he grins a little bit. They're probably suspicious that we walked out. They aren't very trusting of us right now. So we might want to head back. And he'll turn to the dark. And you will not say a word. He'll get up where he was sitting and stretch and start to walk back.
And I imagine Troy's having the time of his life right now. Right over this river, there's probably so many bugs in the air. You know? Just having a feast.
Roll initiative for these bugs if I have to.
I like how you guys had a little bit of the morality conversation. And I feel like when we had that, we kind of looked around and we went, we're all bounty hunters. We don't care.
Right.
Except for Nim. She cares, but we just keep it. We just don't tell her what's happening.
She just looks
After
the other
Troy,
way. Oh my god.
after Seamus eats, about 1,000 bugs, the primal mother of all the bugs decides to do battle.
Ah!
Oh
We
dear.
go do a
oh
little
dear.
mini battle, bats versus bug monster.
Sounds like a great mini game. We'll have
Yes.
to come up with the rules for it.
I was thinking of like I can hear the little like Final Fantasy battle entering the we're going into this new battle.
I'll roll 32 like D4s or something.
Yes. That's a great idea.
Also, I'll note as we get about halfway there, he'll turn, oh my god.
Oh, excuse.
He'll turn and look towards the darkest area. We're not using anybody anymore. And just keep walking.
Pretty close fight.
I think that means bug monster won though. So
They come back. And Leo, what have you been up to?
So I probably overheard the conversation between the owner and Seamus just because I was paying attention and listening in and I was nearby. I'm interested in that. I think that's a good idea. I do think we need to need to somehow get the order to the bakery, right? But we could maybe not worry about that meta stuff. Anyways, we'll probably just be like trying to sleep because we're both really tired and injured. So I'll probably just be like next to the river with Kenji in the river. And I'll probably just pass out on these rocks.
Yeah, Kenji will go over and find a place inside of the waterfall where like the water just rolls back on itself. He's just gonna tuck into his shell and anchor himself inside, and he just continuously like kind of rolls and rolls and rolls. Before he goes in though, and before he settles down, kind of sits next to you, kind of looks up at you.
I'll just be like, yes, I know. And I'll pat his head a little bit. I know that he's upset after today.
This and kind of looks at you a couple more times. And just like reaches out his hand and like kind of grabs your hand for a second. Doesn't look at you. Takes it back and he rolls into the river.
Cute. Leo just knock his head back and try to fall asleep.
Okay.
Is he there when we're walking back?
Yeah.
Troska, as he notices, just gonna look over.
Probably a few feet like down, kind of between the rocks and the path. But yeah, I mean, you'd see me just passed out there.
Look over at Yaslin. Is he alive?
Should we check?
He's just gonna get to the edge. Psst. Hello? Wait.
I'll have Kenji shoot a tiny little water jet right in your face. Just a teeny little. Psh, yep.
Can I try to dodge?
Genji's gonna do an attack. what's his plus to hit? Okay.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
It's a 21.
Oh yeah. Just hits me and
Yeah.
I'll look over at him. Just trying to see if he's alive. Fine. Start to walk back. Start to walk off, and Dad's not here. I was just trying to be helpful. Just start walking up.
As his face submerges, you're like kind of a chuckling under the bubbles.
Joe stops, looks at Yaslin. Make friends with him.
Looking around, do I find like a tiny little pebble?
Easy.
Yes, I pick up a small little pebble and I toss it up a few times. And then I want to flick it at the sleeping
The sleeping Leo.
Leo.
I want to
Yeah.
say no response.
Just
Just doesn't care whatsoever.
Yeah.
That's not how you make friends.
I just wanted to see if he was alive or not. I think he might be dead though.
Well, that thing is an asshole. Look at him. I mean, he seemed worried when he went down before, and now he's just bathing? Maybe? I don't know. He seems like he's fine.
Does it look vaguely similar to that green lady? Just like a smaller
Mhm.
version.
yeah, a smaller, angry version.
Oh my
Its
god.
head.
Yeah.
Versus
Yeah, I like the other one that gave me a flower better. Just look at him. I don't like you.
Got a dog going in the background.
I think Leo should capture Nim, by the way.
Yeah, I did consider that.
I choose you.
interesting. Okay.
All right, maybe.
Oh,
Agreed.
Nora's gonna try to fix her gun.
Yeah.
While they were like flicking rocks at each other and shooting water spouts and stuff, I would have flown back overhead and landed in a dark corner over here so that I was back before anybody else arrived back.
Roll another stealth check as you're coming out of it. Yeah, you fine.
I miss Kevis.
That would have beat Kevis.
Yeah, but still, it would have not as bad.
Yeah, right.
The whole time, the rest of the time he's walking up, he's just under his breath mumbling about the creature just sprayed him with water. And come back in.
When you come back in, Seamus and Nora are there. The other three are down below. Nim has apparently like unloaded her pack on a couple of small round tables, and there's several herbs all around her. And she's beginning to go to work and chant magic spells, and even like the rooms that you're staying in are actually like elongated trees. And as she's since you left, inside of the trees that have been kind of hollowed out, they're still living. Have grown little fiddlehead ferns and vines and some light plant life all around as she's kind of growing various things using her druid craft and other magic. Her staff is firmly planted in the middle of the room. There's thick grasses that have grown up from the rug and like wrapped around it to give it a secure base. She's obviously going into healer mode, trying to take care of the two of them here. And Corin has acquired several levels of exhaustion from one almost dying, but then also carrying a fully grown man on his back for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, while having like 3 health.
Mm-hmm. He got healed, but yeah.
He still has really low health, though, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So Nim's playing doctor.
Girl will walk in and just kind of watch what's happening. Kind of look over at the older individual. Not say a word, let her do her stuff, but also kind of standing in the doorway between this room and then so he can also see those in the other room. And he's just kind of leaned up against the wall here.
And Nora pipes up. Where did you two go off to?
Explore. Never been here.
That sounds shady at best.
I get that a lot.
And still don't trust
Definitely
you.
shady.
Still don't trust you because we literally just met you. And suddenly you happen to know the right name and you show up in the right place. And that seems suspicious.
I mean, information is a powerful thing. You travel, you find stuff out. You guys look like you're adventurers, travelers. You gotta find work. You need the information to get that work. What's different between that and then what we do?
We don't. We didn't just roll up while you were in the middle of a difficult fight and actually like we were supposed to be there.
And we helped you.
Like I said, suspicious.
Interesting, and point it. This is gonna be dumb. This is Nora, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just pointing at you. Interesting. Also, the weapons you carry are quite interesting. And just kind
Thank
of.
you. And she flips up the one that seemed to be like slightly broken before. They are quite potent, especially in my hands. Holsters it.
When they want to work. Just kind of wink at him. Look over at Seamus. Magic user. Did you learn those skills or have you just always had them?
I was born this way.
The shadows. You know how to manipulate them?
I have some abilities, yeah.
Some.
Sure. And I would dim the lights in the room.
Interesting. Neat little trick. Kind of like mine better. He'll tap his staff on the ground and cast darkness in the room. don't know if it'll let me do it. Don't know what. 15 foot, yeah. Out of curiosity. Okay, so that would. He would put it more in the room he's in, where it would hit Nora. Yeah. How did they react?
Of all the Seamus, I'm busy here.
This one's not mine.
What?
Drop it.
While it's up, I would cast Eyes of the Dark with my sorcery points and just walk over and put my hand on your shoulder as though seeing in the dark was not a problem.
The moment you do that, I'll look at you. Interesting. And he looks like he can see you. Looks over at Yaslin. Which you can't see, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
But she seems pretty unperturbed by this all.
Those eyes of yours. How far can they see?
This is a pissing contest.
More of an ego. And he'll look off in the distance for a minute. Shut up. Look back at Seamus. So. He's going to reach his hands out on both their shoulders and cast Eyes of Night, which now you guys are able to see up to 300 feet. I'll look back at Seamus. The shadow's always been a part of your life?
It's the day I was born. And before.
Before. How were you aware before you were born?
Some things you just get as part of coming into the world.
Insight check.
Yeah, go ahead.
10.
There's a bizarre person standing in front of you. You are not sure what to make out.
Do the shadows not scare you?
Nothing to be afraid of in the dark that isn't there in the light.
That's fair. The dark has its ways of showing things that actually cannot be seen. Ironically enough, and look over at Nora. Great way to get information.
This is true.
Also a great way to see the trueness of individuals.
Nora looks at Yaslin. Does he do it too? Where he stops all the light without telling you that it's going to happen first?
I've gotten used to it.
Same. Still annoying.
Not a
So you've
problem.
been playing 20 questions. What about you? Where does your power from the dark come from?
That's a real.
Seamus, give me an insight check.
Thir- 13?
You just, as you say that, there's something about him that just reads as instinctually kind of odd. No more specified than that.
Remind me, what was your question?
Where does your shadow powers, where do they stem from?
That is a question I am also looking for the answers. I've just been trained to use them to my benefit, to allow me to do my work, and to protect those that need protecting or that I care about. That answer, I'll let you know when I figure it out.
Fair enough. It's a guy that's taking a nap right now. He could do something similar to that.
It kind of peek around the corner as you're saying that.
Extend others' night vision, as it were.
Interesting.
Maybe you guys went to the same school.
No, I can promise you we didn't.
Well, I can tell you this much. He won't be waking up anytime soon.
Is he dead?
No.
Immediate mood shift.
No, he's not dead. But so I know lots of healing, and I've seen a lot of different ways that nature likes to behave. This has nothing to do with his body. He's somehow asleep in his mind.
Like a meditation?
More like if a meditation was something that you were forced to do.
Oh.
Like a coma.
Oh, I was gonna go a whole different route with that.
A comb for what? He doesn't. I mean, he does have a nice beard and hair, but I don't think he uses a comb.
I think we're thinking of something different there.
I'm definitely thinking of a nice comb. You must be thinking of a poor quality comb.
Drill just gets right up in front of her face. How long have you been traveling?
Since I left.
Which was with this group?
It was shortly after the third moon crossed in front of the Daisy Lions.
Looks at Seamus. Can you translate?
I'm afraid this one's out of my scope, actually. She's got her own way about her, that's for sure. But I'd say she's still pretty wet behind the ears, and not just because she favors the water.
I've been traveling for this long. And she pulls out a map and opens it up. And it's with better penmanship and better materials, but the whole thing has the effect of like a child's crayon drawing of the different areas that she's been in, like a very vague map of like the continent, and there are red X's all over the place until you see a probably fairly recent example of what looks like a kind of a town, a little squiggle in it, and then another town, and at the bottom there's the first green circle.
Just kind of looks at it, absolutely bullshitting this entire thing. All right. Looks over it. Yaslin. This one. Friend. And then back at Seamus. This group you're with, how long have you guys been traveling together?
Not too long now, just a few adventures, as it were. We've been taking on some contracts. Lots of us found that we're kind of following similar lines of business with professional contracting, as it were, and agreed to work on some cases together. But we'll see how it shakes out here.
Oh yes, well Seamus is definitely the talker in the group, and he likes to make decisions, and he's very good at them. And with him, we have become a very perfect team. We are all best friends now.
As soon as she
You
says,
should be our best friends too.
as soon as she says that, he looks over at Yaslin. And just look back.
Very thinker face on her.
As he says, as he looks over at Nora, I can see why Seamus is the talker. He seems to be the people person.
Yes, I'm more of the shoot and bang bang type of person. But
Right.
Seamus keeps things moving forward. I just killed the things that he tells me to kill.
Interesting. Kind of look at Yaslin. Sounds familiar. Except I don't have to worry about my mind failing. And grin back at her again. And then look back at Seamus.
Listen, you little shit. I will kill you when you least expect it.
We'll see. So what's the plan with the two in there?
Corin will be fine in a couple of days. He just needs his rest. I think it broke his heart a little bit to see. Well, actually, Corin told me they are. He and she is improper. It is they. Corin told me that they are. I think they are a little bit heartbroken over their friend. So Corin will rest up and their body will be fine. I think it will take a little bit longer for their heart to feel better, though. And I don't have any idea how long it will take for Nort to wake up. But maybe he will. Maybe he won't. Maybe he will die. But he seems peaceful. From what I can tell.
I peek in. If Dro peeks in there, can he see, or is his eyes open or closed?
Still open. Still wide open.
Okay. Look over at Seamus, kind of motioning towards Nort. You care if I go and get a closer look of what is going on with him?
I think you're okay.
So
Sure. Watch out for the lily pads and the mushrooms. Don't step on them.
I'll walk down and see that. And just kind of look.
The entire room is essentially overgrown at this point.
Look back at Seamus. I am not paying for this. He'll start to walk.
I made some upgrades. They will be so helpful.
I bet they will. Why don't you not tell anybody else until we leave? Which the upgrades you made here.
But they're so nice.
Let it be a surprise.
Ooh, surprises are the best. I will certainly keep it as a surprise. They will find it when we leave.
Especially
Or they
when
will find it sooner, and I will be there to watch.
they're even better when we're far, far away.
Then they will not know who the surprise is from.
Oh, they will. Trust me.
They will know.
Yes.
Good. I want them to know.
Good. Look back at Yaslin. Friend. Then come look at Nort. Does anything that he's look like, does anything ring a bell with Dro? Anything familiar?
Roll a religion check and an arcana check for me.
That's about right.
No. Throw me a history check just in case, too.
No.
Nope. Through all the schools of teaching that you've gone through, nothing.
You said his eyes are starry. Is that what it was? Or are they pitch dark?
No. Excuse me. It's almost as if, like, if you had like a perfect orb of like a dark marble that had, you know, the little pits and crystals in it looked starry and they were moving. That's like what's in his eyes, except they don't look like hard and painful.
He pulls out his staff and sets it next to him and looks at what's swirling around in there compared to what he's seen in his eyes. Does it look similar?
Some similarities, but a little bit different. The one similarity that you see is kind of like this silvery milk almost that flits through and then kind of fades away and occasionally shows up as another ribbon another time. But everything else seems to be different. Yours is more purple and almost flame-like in its movement. And this one is more solid and rotating as if you were looking at the night sky on a fast-forward camera. Just without the streaks.
Right. I'll look back up at the staircase. Is he much of a fighter? His powers, that dome, that was really nice. Where did he learn that?
A healer. He's a healer of sorts.
This is true. He heals. He also makes people stronger and healthier. And he showed me how to see in darkness.
As I mentioned.
Dro kind of grins a little. He's interesting. Look back at just really anyone, or I can't remember her name. Turtle.
Nim.
You definitely are, and you know what? And point up at Yaslin. You see her up there?
Yes.
And he's whispering this to her now. You should go make friends with her.
Oh, okay. And she immediately goes up the stairs and gets in Yaslin's face
Shit, that was easy.
Hi, my name is Nim, and I see you have scales, and I also have scales, and we should be best friends.
Joe is just laughing.
Excuse me?
You're excused for whatever it is that you think you did wrong. But I want to be friends. You are red scales and I am green scales, and that seems like a perfect match.
Bro comes up, puts his arm kind of like on Nim's shoulder. She just wants to be friends and just look at
This
her
is
like,
my other best
do
friend.
not kill her.
Yeah, we can be friends.
Roll a deception check at disadvantage.
I think that Nim's like cheeriness would have to at least be a straight roll there.
This looks about right.
Nim doesn't even care. She's bought in. She's like, you're strange. I don't understand why you're looking at me like that, but I will figure it out because we are now friends.
I think honestly, yeah, like with the Aslan's eyes the way they are, I think everything just kind of looks like she's looking at them like they're a prey.
A little bit of a snack.
Yeah, she doesn't always intentionally mean to look like that, but
Mhm.
Dro walks up, puts his arm on Yaslin. We're improving, and we're not going to eat your new friend, right?
right.
Lean in.
She
I'm convinced.
takes a step back. I'm going to go to bed.
Just straight up like, okay. Look over at Seamus. They're going to be great friends. I feel like shit, so I'm going to go to bed. She's not going to shoot me in my sleep, is she? Look over at her.
I mean,
Snoring with her gun on her chest.
if you turn into a werewolf or something in the middle of the night, then yeah, you're not going to make it out of here. But otherwise, you should be fine.
Look over at Yaslin. The beast, me, no. Anyways, your friend is passed out outside by the water, and his little creature, by the way, who's a dick, he's out there, just so you know. I don't know if he's asleep, if he's dead, but I told you, I did my task. I'm going to bed. And I go and find a bed to lay down.
He's probably fine.
Okay.
The group is able to find their sleep in the various forms that they like it. And rest comes quickly and easily. Lots of walking, bit of fighting, lots of being exhausted while walking afterwards. And with some heavy thoughts on the condition of Corin and Nort, but eventually all of you find your sleep and fade off into the night. And that's where we will end for today and see where this group wants to pick it up and go next time.